up again with your set of majestic words. You're like a king to me, although the crown you wear is not deserved. I cannot pretend that I could live with.
Hey guys, welcome to Seriously. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Mary.
Mary, guess what?
Wow.
It's our 20th episode.
Is it really?
Yeah!
Oh my god.
Can you believe it? We made it this far?
No. People
We're
are
here.
listening to us.
They're listening. They're liking. We love it.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys for all the support thus far. We really appreciate it. It really means a lot. Everything.
Yeah. I was not expecting us to get this far.
Have faith in us. We did it.
Alright guys, so let's get into formation. Today we are recapping episode 2 of Makeup and Breakup. In this episode, we're introduced to a couple of new characters played by Emilio Evans, Camille Goffin, Carmia Berry, and Sean Dominic, who's a familiar face from Situationships. He played Damien.
Yes, so really excited for these new actors. So let's see what happens in episode 2. Let's start breaking it down.
Only surviving on, slowly relying on the poison that is you. I'm in captivity without you holding me, but I must know what you came for. Yet I'm so far from free. You are all over me, but I must know what you came for.
Alright, so the episode starts off beautiful day in the neighborhood. The brothers are out here, they're running, getting their jogging, getting exercise in, getting it popping. And then one of Blake's friends just like, how long have we been running?
Boy, you've been running for 5 seconds.
But that's me. Workout's done. I'm done. Went around the block. That's enough.
We're
for me.
done here.
So he's like, yeah, whatever. So he's like, all right. You know, he want to switch subjects. So he's like, you know, you going to tell us what happened with you and Brooke? And then the other friend just like, you know, you don't waste no time.
Thirsty.
Can't you see this man's hurting? Can't you see? So he's like, nah, but for real, what happened? Because how you messed that up? So homeboy's looking lost.
He's still confused.
He's like,
it's like days later, he's still like, I don't even know how
he's
this
like,
happened.
I don't know. I just, he's like in, it was just a whirlwind for him.
He's like in like a day.
Yeah. So he's like, I was blindsided. It happened so quick. I don't even know where to begin.
He's
So he's telling the boys, you know, what happened, you know, come over. She was all over me. Next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom. I went to the bathroom, came back. No, Blake. Why you didn't tell them what you did in that bathroom?
Yes.
What were you prepping for in that bathroom, Blake?
But then he's like, and then I come back out and she's fully dressed. He's not letting that go.
No.
Everything is fully dressed.
Fully dressed. Yes. So the boys are clowning him like
she pulled a hit and run.
Yes. So they clowning him. He's like, you know, I'm not telling y'all nothing.
And then he said something about like how Brooke says she needs a real man and she needs more out of the relationship. And then one of his friends like, I know you ain't let her get away with
What
that.
was your follow up?
But he did.
But he did though.
And then he lies and he's like, I told her to get out if she wants to leave.
If you want to leave, there's the door. That's it. I don't remember that, Blake.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Blake, let me rewatch because I don't remember you saying none of
They're
that.
all proud of him. Like, I knew you wasn't going to let that slide.
I'm like, all right, go ahead. Something for your boys, Blake. You got it. The one of her friends just like, you know, you got to let these chicks know it's not a game.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what that means? She got another guy on the side.
Because it, like, doesn't add up.
Right.
She wouldn't do that unless y'all were beefing or, you know, she found some dirt on you.
Exactly. So they're like, do you want her back? He's like, nah, I'm cool off that. So,
quote unquote.
And then he was like, you know, it's not like you were going to marry the girl.
And then his face is
Blake,
like,
the whole world stopped. And he like clutches to the pearls.
he's like, they don't really know.
I have the ring.
I'm going to keep it cool, though.
As long as they don't find out.
They don't really know.
I really was going to marry her.
That was going to be wifey.
They were going to be my groomsmen. So they're like, whatever, you know what, we're going to turn it up tonight. We're going to get it popping. Ain't no, don't worry about no girls. We out here. So,
then we go to a new scene and you see Brooke is laid up with some man.
Some nice looking young
He
man.
puts on the ring. I'm like, oh, you married. Okay. And then she says, hey, babe, hey, Spencer.
Yes,
I'm like, so this is Spencer.
This is the Spencer we've been hearing so much about.
Interesting. She's like, where you going? Because it's 9 a.m.
Yeah, but she was real comfortable. Like, she didn't just come out of a 2-year relationship this morning.
Oh, they've clearly been doing something for a while.
This is nothing new.
He's like, I got business. I'll catch up with you later. And so she sits up and she's like, it's Saturday. You don't work today.
Right.
And, he's a bit annoyed.
Yeah.
And she's like, I thought we was going to spend today together. Like, she's a little annoyed about it.
Right. She looked like a sad
puppy. He's like, leaving or whatever. And he's like, I'm going to make it up to you by taking you out to dinner later on tonight. And then she says, this doesn't have anything to do with Laura, right? So Laura must be his wife. I'm assuming. And he's like, he's not really trying to hear her.
Right.
And she's like, you said that this was going to be our time. We're going to be together. I'm going to get a divorce.
Right.
Like, she's like, I did my part. So, like, when are you going to do yours?
What's up?
And this is something that we hear all the time.
Yes. But my thing with Brooke is just like, you left your man to be with the man who's not even your man. Like, yes. That's exactly what she did. I'm confused. Like, okay, girl. Do you, boo.
But he's, like, very aggressive with her. He's like, I know what I said.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoop.
I have responsibilities.
Always got responsibilities. They always got responsibilities.
Always excuses.
She's like, I'm tired of making plans, and then you back out last minute.
Yeah.
And then he says, his Laura, I'm assuming that's his wife, was supposed to go pick up the son, but she couldn't go pick him up, so she texted him to do it. Mm-hmm. And, she can't say nothing because that's his child.
Yeah, but I'm like, all right, so this guy is married and he has a kid. Mm-hmm. And
that's always a good excuse, like, to get out of it because you can't say nothing. Well, like, they have a responsibility.
Yeah. But this is a lot. This is a lot.
Girl, you left.
Why would you leave?
Wait. Let's get this.
That's what I'm trying to do here.
You left someone who's not married, who doesn't have children,
who loves you.
The only issue is that he worked a lot. He played his game on his downtime, and you felt like he wasn't paying you any mind. So you went to someone who's busy.
Right. Busy 24/7. So,
he has a job. He has a wife. He has a child. Where do you fit in, Brooke?
Where? I'm confused, Brooke. Brooke. Something's not adding up. I don't understand. Okay.
I'm so confused.
So Brooke is like, my problem is not that you have a wife and a child. My problem is you cancel on me last minute anytime we make plans. So then he gets bugged. Mm-hmm. Like, are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. So he puts her in her place. This is what
she wanted.
She was missing.
This is what she said she wanted. Blake. Yeah.
She got it. Mm-hmm. She got it. And I said that last week. I said, I bet you Spencer decided to put her in her place.
So she gets a little mad, and she's like, I'm always going to be in third place. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you know, girl.
I'm glad you realized that. I'm glad
you know, because you'll never be first before his child or his wife.
At all.
So I'm glad you know
your place.
Where you stand.
So she's like, he's like, I told you I want to be with you, but you have to trust me. And I'm like, yes, a man living a double life. Why wouldn't I trust you? Yes. Cheating on your wife.
With me.
You're right. Let me just trust you. So, he gets a call.
Yes.
And it's
a business call.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta take this. And then he's like on the phone.
He says the address on the phone.
Yeah.
She's a spy, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm going to catch up with you later.
Yeah.
As he's saying it, she's acting like she's not hearing anything. But the minute he steps out, she jots it down on a notebook.
I knew she would do that.
I knew she's a spy.
I knew it.
I knew she was a spy.
She's a little crazy.
So you can tell she already has a plan in action. Mm-hmm. So then we go back to Blake and his boys. They head into a party. They're talking sports. And, Blake wants to take a selfie. What is it with guys and the pointing finger? What's that about?
That's always the pointing finger.
At?
Where are you going?
What's happening?
What? Guys love a point.
Love a good point.
Love to point in the photo. Cut it out.
What are you saying? Like, what's the vibe you're trying to give off? I'm so confused. So then we go back to Brooke. She's calling Spencer. She leaves a voicemail saying, this is the 10th time that I'm calling you. You promised me that, you were going to get back to me. clearly all her calls are going unanswered.
Yeah, and she seems a bit stressed.
She seems stressed.
And I'm just like, odd.
This is what you wanted in your life.
This is what you wanted. Blake wouldn't do this to you, though.
No.
Odd. He would answer on the first ring. He would. But this is what you wanted.
This is your love.
This is what you wanted.
So then next thing you know, she shows up at his house.
Rolls up. Yes,
I appreciate this, though. I'm here for her.
You are.
Yes. I'm like, go ahead, girl.
I guess. First of all, Spencer rolled up in the same outfit from this morning. Wasn't the same outfit? So, boy, you had no business to take care of. I don't even know.
He's like strolling down, taking out the garbage.
He ain't meeting nobody for dinner.
And then he's like, how did you even know where I live? Mm-hmm. She's like, don't worry about that.
I get all my information.
Don't worry. Mm-hmm. She's going off, saying like she's been calling him all day. He hasn't picked up. So then he pulls her to the side. He's like, lower your voice. My wife is upstairs. She said, I don't give a damn about your wife.
I don't care. Obviously, she's going to roll to this man's home.
She knows that you live with your wife.
She does not care. Don't you see that right now? That right.
She don't care. And she's like, he got all these excuses, and this is getting old. You know, she's fed up. But Mama, remember, you broke up with your boyfriend to be with this man.
And you knew he was not yours. You knew the divorce was not finalized. You know how long that process takes, girl? Cut it out.
Don't be stupid.
So he was like, you know what? My son was in the ER.
I told you they always use the excuse of their kid. Because you can't say nothing.
Yeah, you can't say nothing.
You can't say nothing.
So my son was in the ER. That's why I didn't call you. Butter. Mm-hmm. So, she's like, you know what? I'm tired. Like, I can't chase a man who don't know where he wants to be. Like, you show me it's not with me constantly. Right. So I'm like, you just now making this realization? I'm confused. I'm so confused by you.
She's confused.
She is. So he's like, I do want to be with you. I just got some unfinished business.
It's always unfinished business.
The business never finished.
How is it still unfinished?
So she's like, you know what? You go back to your little family and forget you ever met me.
I was proud of her for doing that. Because some women, you know, they'll keep listening to the man's excuses and be like, all right, I'll forgive you. Right. But she was just like, I'm too good for this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to be
the last thing on your list. So,
but you are.
But you are. But, okay, so we go back to the guys. Seemed like the guys' night did not go as planned.
Yeah.
It did not. So they're like, what happened to you? Because one of Blake's boys was like supposed to hook them up, get the men free, you know, bottles,
not being cheap, y'all.
So that did not. The cousin, I guess, act like they didn't even know him.
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna go with that. So then the homeboys are talking, and Blake texts Miss Shannon from.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of random, though.
I guess he was like, you know, this night. I guess this night was supposed to be like, I'm gonna forget about all the girls, but. The night didn't go as planned.
Yeah, his heart on his sleeve.
Heart is on his sleeve. He wants the love. He wants the love.
He gotta jump in immediately.
Yeah. So we text her like, "Hey, this is Blake from the other day." So
that is not how he talks. That is not him. He got a little swag.
No.
No?
He does. So we cut to Spencer. He comes in his house. To a very upset wife.
Yes.
But why I thought the wife was going to be Shannon?
Shut up. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. What? Because it was just a weird timing because he texts Shannon and then Spencer goes in his house and it would have been Shannon. Like, you know, these shows, it could be anybody. So his wife was just like, you want to tell me something? So I'm thinking she heard everything outside.
I think she saw everything outside.
Yeah.
If so, why didn't you go downstairs?
Why didn't you open that door? Who is this? Mm-hmm. Get off my property. So, because that's crazy if she heard all that and she stayed inside. He was
like calling her name as Brooke was leaving.
Yeah.
Like, Brooke. Like,
and it seemed like it's right outside their window. Right. So I could just see like, and he's all like, I want to be with you. Mm-hmm. Ooh, not on my porch. Not on my porch. No.
So that's how the episode ends, guys. So let's get into the questions, comments, and concerns.
Yes.
Tell me it's alright, 'cause I don't know unless it comes from you. Lift me up, lift me, make me whole again. Yet you're the one who tears me up to look like you. Catch up on my wounds.
before we get started, remember guys, you can send us your QCCs and we'll be sure to read them all on the show and share our thoughts. So what do you have after watching this episode?
Okay, so my first question is for Brooke. Okay, where, how, when did you meet Spencer? And how long has this been going on, girl?
Yeah, I think for a minute. I mean...
Because you went from 2 men to none.
That's so true.
How did this happen?
Brooke, you need to reevaluate
your life.
My first question is, Brooke, what is your life about? So we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
Because I'm just so confused. Exactly. You go from 2 to none.
To 0.
You didn't
from
really...
2 to 0.
You didn't really execute this plan properly, Brooke.
No.
You didn't.
I think because she was so trusting... For whatever reason.
How are you trusting a man who's cheating on his wife? How, Sway?
A lot of people do it.
How?
For whatever reason, they had this plan that she was going to break up with her significant other and he was going to divorce his wife with a child. And they were going to live happily ever after. Let's think about that. Think about that.
On the rare occasion, when does that even happen?
And the breakup takes what? 1 day?
Yeah.
The divorce takes how long? Think about that, girl.
She wasn't thinking. She was clouded by love. Whatever. She put all her eggs in one basket. You never do that. Never put all your eggs in one basket.
Are you stupid?
Yeah. Okay, so, and I'm just thinking, if you were truly unhappy with Blake, fine, no problem. If you don't stay somewhere where you're not happy, that's fine. But it's you left him all on the strength of Spencer divorcing his wife.
And that relationship looks exhausting as hell.
What?
Spencer and Brooke.
Yeah, it's just too much. Spencer seems stressed. Brooke is stressed. So I'm just and you know what they say, how you get them is how you lose them. But,
yeah. And she's chasing after him, calling. And he's just spending the day with the family.
They probably went to the park.
I know. what on earth?
Yeah.
Side note, are you a spy? What the...
You know she was not going to let that address get in her hands and she not do anything about it.
I was not expecting her to
you would drive by. You wouldn't do a drive-by? If I had to... You wouldn't do a drive-by?
I'm not answering.
I heard he lived on...
I'm not sure if I'm up to that kind of crazy.
Take a little stroll real quick. Oh, this your house? I probably wouldn't roll up because I don't know what his situation is. The wife she might have a gun. I don't know.
Right, she got very lucky seeing him, take the garbage out. Because if she would have banged on the door.
What? You think she would have?
She seems that crazy.
She would have. Yeah, ring the doorbell. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my other question is for Blake. Are you really ready to move on from Brooke? Because, again, he was about to propose to this woman.
Yeah.
And now he's, checking for Shannon.
I think he just wants to be loved.
He just wants to be loved so badly.
He just wants a chance again in happiness, okay?
Oh my God.
And I think it's more because it wasn't a breakup he was ready for. It was blindsided. He's wait, I still have love to give, you know? Someone take it.
Anybody.
Oh, Blake.
What else you have?
What I have is maybe a question for Spencer,
what's your life about?
What is your life about? What do you really want? Are you not happy with your wife, or you just want your cake and eat it too? Do you have intentions of leaving your wife? I don't think so, because you would have did it already.
Yeah. Is Spencer older, the older guy?
He might be. He seemed like he might be a little bit older,
a little bit more established, right?
Mm-hmm. And I want to know if the wife heard everything.
Yeah.
Because if she did, and she didn't go outside, that's crazy. And is the son still in the hospital? Was the son ever in the hospital? These are questions I need answers to. Did he lie on his son?
Possibly. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
They probably were at the park having a picnic.
Very true.
I wonder if her friends know.
Huh?
I wonder if, Brooke's friends know.
We're all her homegirls, so
Somebody
help
to,
her through this.
Got through.
I already said her friends were not real from when they left at that party. So
it all went down.
Yeah. So these friends are just like, girl, what? They forget about her.
I wonder if they know and like
what their thought.
Yeah, what their thoughts
Maybe
are.
she has the type of friends like, girl, leave that corny man Blake. He's too nice. Maybe she has those type of friends that are just like, you need to get this man who's married.
No. I hope those are not her friends. Well, what if she, like, didn't tell them the whole story? Like,
probably not.
This man is actually married with a child.
Probably, right.
Don't forget the child.
Don't ever forget the child. She probably told her friend, like, oh, I met this new guy. He's really nice. He's busy because of work.
Yeah, he treats me so well. He gives me everything that I needed that Blake wasn't giving me.
At all.
Yeah, girl. He's giving you something. Know that.
What? I mean, we'll see. I'm actually surprised that Brooke ended it. After breaking up with like Blake, like this is what you wanted,
right?
And I'm sure y'all had this conversation before, so it's nothing new.
Yeah, because she said like, you know, this always happens. How they always make plans and he kind of cancels last minute. So if you knew this was something that happens often, why would you leave Blake? Like you have to make sure.
Everything is solidified.
Solidify some things.
Solidify some things. But her head is somewhere
and you should have
else.
told him to get his divorce first.
Yeah, and then I'll take care of what I got going on over here.
But she was so quick to get rid of this Blake guy.
She was like, cut it. She was out. But yeah, so I'm really anxious to see what happens in episode 3. I hope some of these questions get answered.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so that was episode 2 of Makeup and Breakup. Next week we'll be covering episode 3. If you were wondering about that dope song playing throughout this episode, we are excited to announce that we will now be featuring artists from each episode of Makeup and Breakup. Today's artist is ChyChy Okereke. Her song Captivity can be found in the description box. You can also find her on Instagram at ChyChy Okereke, so make sure you guys check her out.
As always, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Seriously Podcast, and you can email us at seriouslypodcast@gmail.com. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the Indie Creative Network so you can never miss an episode. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye!